All right, are we live? Yeah. All right, we're live right now. Hey, would you like to introduce yourself? Because I can't give a good enough introduction for you. Can do it yourself much better, I'm sure. Would you like to tell the world who you are, sir?
My name's Mustang. Mustang with a capital M and a capital G is my name.
I put so much pressure on it. You
Mustang don't buckle to pressure,
you
son.
bounce right off, bro. And our other friend back in the back, would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah, I'm Chris Bowman. I wish I had a cool name like Mustang here.
Mustang.
But, yeah, I'm Chris Bowman.
Pony and Mustang in the house tonight. Yeah, we got some stallions in here all the way from Louisville. Fellas, thank you for coming. This is grand. I mean, I appreciate this, really.
Well, I'm glad we got to hang out. I mean, when we hung out in Louisville at that show and we met, we hit it off right away.
I know.
And I was like, hey, come on up, do a guest set. It worked out great. You crushed it tonight. It's all good.
Thank you for having me,
here,
man.
We go all over the place. We book a lot of shows together.
You guys are great, man. I met Chris a few times before I met you. He actually booked me on a gig down in Louisville like a year ago. And then when I met you at Caravan, it's so gay. I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna tell the story.
Say it.
I was outside I called my girlfriend after I met Rich because I'm a fan of Rich's, and then I tagged one of his jokes, and he actually pretended like he was gonna use it, and I was like, babe, you'll never believe this. And then you walk outside as I'm telling my girlfriend. Like I'm fanning out on Rich, and I'm telling my girl about it, and I'm like, babe, he's walking up right now. I was like,
You don't have any idea how many times I walk up on people and they go, he's walking up right now. I gotta go.
Yeah, I have to go. I have to get off here.
No, it's usually a 911 caller, though.
Yeah. No, honey, it's the Pope. It's the Pope. It's the real Pope. So
Chase me all the way to my car.
I know. Yeah. So tonight was a good night, man, and I think there's a lot of cool love between the comics in Louisville and Cincinnati.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, when we're around each other, I think we both have a bunch of really good talent, really good places to play. So, I like coming up here. And Dayton's like going to grandma's house, man. It's just so cozy. Isn't that a cozy club?
It's the most low-key place in the world. I've traveled all over the Midwest, and, I've done shows at different places, and this is, it's just something special about this place. It's like just a little nook in the corner of the Midwest, and it's like kind of secluded and tucked off still to where there's not too many people. It's not hustle and bustling. But there's enough mics and there's enough comics and talent in the town to where you can still make a living and you can still jump off here and kind of go to other places. But
geographically, it's a pretty good location to bounce to other areas without a long drive.
Yeah, I was in Pittsburgh doing a show, and this comic said, he was like, dude, we have to drive like 5 or 6 hours to bigger cities. He was like, we'll drive back to West Virginia or Ohio before we'll drive to the coast because it's closer and there's more shows in the Midwest. There's more cities that are combined that are closer to each other. So right here, I'm 3 hours from Louisville, 2.5, 3 hours from Louisville, about 2 hours from Indianapolis, an hour from Columbus.
5 hours to Nashville.
5 hours to Nashville.
No time to Chicago.
About 10 hours to New York.
Yeah.
It's less than a half a day pretty much from anywhere from right here.
You can get to Cleveland. You can get to, there's tons of places here. So
yeah, rent's still relatively cheap in the rural areas and the suburbs around here too. I mean, compared to a lot of other places, it's a pretty good place. Yeah, I'm lucky. I feel really blessed that I used to hate living here, but as I've grown older and I've met the people and my kids are here, we're rooted, and I just started loving being from fucking Ohio. I do now. When you go to places, there's always some asshole from Ohio, and I'm like, I'm that guy.
I know I'm the guy driving behind him in the left-hand lane. There's always some dickhead from Ohio. It's like, dude, why can't you? Y'all it's a right-wing state. Get in the right fucking lane, dude.
We're
what are
too
you doing?
chill, dude. We're too chill. We'll do we'll do 85.
And those are cute stories, but you should see where we're staying. I'm really worried about my catalytic converter at this moment. You know what I mean? So that's a cute story, but I'm worried about it.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I peeked under there. It's a nice catalytic converter.
It's probably gone. Yeah,
we usually do podcasts in the daytime, but yeah, you guys should be okay. I think if you parked inside the building.
We're in Rich's car now. If it gets stolen, I don't care. But I'm talking about mine back at
insurance.
That's why we brought the stuff in with us. So,
dude, with that musket. We gotta turn it off.
Okay, sorry. Here, no, you're good. You said hit it. You said hit the button. So I just.
I like that's the one you chose.
It was the closest
Keep
one.
playing it. Let's see what we get. We don't ever use it.
Okay, well, we might use it. We might use it. We might use the damn thing.
There we go.
Tell a comedian it's okay to push buttons.
We're not using. Nope, we're done. We're done.
That's what it sounded like
We're
at
done.
Wiley's tonight at the end of the show. I don't know if you realized that.
That's right.
That's pretty good. All right. Well,
Okay, so here's a project we're working on this weekend.
okay.
My boy is down. First of all, we're not fucking with those buttons anymore. Second of all, we're not fucking with those buttons anymore. No, I told him I want to make the new Top Gun movie came out, and I was talking to my son. I walk in his room. I go, "What the fuck are you doing?" He goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "Why aren't you watching Top Gun?" He goes, "Well, it's at the theater." I go, "No. Original Top Gun, you got to prime the pump, dude.
Yeah.
You got to go back in time in this time capsule and watch Top Gun."
Yes.
And we turn it on, and the music and it's so good and so cheesy, but it's so good.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's one of
back
those movies
then-
that doesn't get old.
Back then, I was like, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. And I wanted to be Tom Cruise, who is from Louisville.
Really?
Yeah, he went to high school at St. X.
Dude, that's
He
fucking.
went to the same school as my kid.
That's badass, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking
So-
Tom Cruise. Dude, there's so many
Yeah.
cool people from Louisville. When I was down there, I learned that Hunter S. Thompson is from
Yeah.
Louisville, too. What the fuck, dude?
And Rich
both
Ragains.
of you two guys. Yeah, I was going to say.
Mustang's from there, too.
Goddamn Mustang.
That's a
Goddamn
special
hometown.
pendant, dude. That's going to keep you protected from the horses, dude.
Dude, let me tell you
The
something. She
spirit of the
really
wind.
did. She really did. She put this on me before the show tonight.
What's your Indian name now that you have a horse necklace?
No, the truth is, no, I'll tell you my Indian name.
Tell me.
Actually,
No, he just got one
I've got
in
two,
Texas.
actually, I've got three.
Did you really?
No, I've got three. I've got three names that aren't my real name. Okay, tonight I turned into Mustang.
Okay.
Okay. When I was in Indian Guides, my name was Running Deer because I had fucking ADHD and I was all over the fucking place. But they didn't know what HDA was, so blah, blah. And then when I'm in Hawaii, my name is Kalakaua. I got a Hawaiian family. I got adopted by a Hawaiian family
Holy shit.
in Maui. Remember the jealous girl I talked about tonight?
Yes.
Okay, well, we're on a podcast.
Yeah.
I might as well tell them the story. You know the story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a story.
Okay.
You want to hear a good story?
Yes, please.
Jarrell?
You ready?
All right.
Let's do it.
Jarrell,
Thank you, Jarrell, for running the cameras tonight.
Thanks,
by the way.
Jarrell.
Young
Shout out
Jarrell.
to Jarrell.
Look at
One of the
Jarrell.
funniest dudes around.
Jarrell is in like prison dick. We're going to do this. Let's do this.
It was tight.
I
but
know.
we-
Some of
we
these
made
jokes are a little over. You got to thinker. They're thinkers. Okay. This is how I got to be named Kalakaua. My super jealous girlfriend that would always act up on vacations. Her parents own a place in Maui. So she's like, hey, we've been dating about 6 months. She's like, you want to go to Maui? My parents stay. I'm like, yeah, sign me up. Let's go. So she goes out there. She's out there for a week or so. And then I fly out and I get there at 12:45. She picks me up. It's nighttime. It's all lovey-dovey. We go back. We have a couple of drinks. And all of a sudden, she just starts acting real weird. Okay. She's like, what did you do, Rich? What did you do? I'm like, we're only on our third martini. What do you mean? She's like, what did you do? So I'm like, look, I'm going to go take a shower and chill out. She's like, okay. So I go in the other room. I take a shower. She comes busting through the door with my phone in her hand and goes, what's this text? I love you? And she smacks me over the head with my phone, starts attacking me. I swing her down on the floor, sit on her naked. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I pick it up. It's a buddy I went to college with, Kevin Sir Nicholas. I'm like, I was high and he sent me some cool music and I wrote, I love you. What is this? So I said, look, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to bed. She goes, no, you get the fuck out of here. Out. Pack your shit and go.
Holy shit. And you're in the middle of fucking Hawaii.
I've been there an hour. Not more than an hour. Yeah, I can do 3 martinis in an hour. Okay, maybe it was an hour and a half. Maybe an hour and a half. And I don't embellish. I just want you to know that with my stories. I don't embellish. I lie my ass off, but I do not embellish at all. So, no, you can't. Not in this day and age, Jarrell. You can't embellish. It's bullshit. So I'm like, bitch, you're talking to the Mustang. No, I'm sorry. I said so. So I'm like, all right. I said, you know what? I called her on her. I called her bluff. Called her, checked. I said, I said, all right, but I'm never walking through that door again. And I threw my shit in my suitcase and I walk out the damn door. And I walked out and the wheel broke off my suitcase.
Oh my god.
I'm all pissed off making a statement. I'm like, you bitch, I'm never gonna oh shit. So I gotta grab it and carry it. I'm calling. I'm on my phone. Now it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know what this place looks like. I'm 4,000 miles from home. I'm 4,000 miles from home. I go up to Circle. I'm calling hotels, but when the island is full in Maui, They don't answer the phone. So there's nobody answering the phone. So there's no place to even go. So there's no point in getting an Uber because I don't know where the fuck I'm going.
Holy shit.
So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I get a 6-pack from Circle K. I start walking until I get to some water. There's a beach. I dig a big, and it's freezing. It was like 52 degrees or something. It was really, I've never seen it that cold. And I dug out a big trench in the sand, and I put all my socks on my hands for mittens. I didn't bring warm shit. I'm in Hawaii, man. I did. I put
swimming trunks on your head and shit.
I put 2 pairs of underwears on my head. I did. I put 2 pairs of underwear. I buried myself in the sands. I put socks on my fucking hands like that.
I love to found them like that.
And I'm fucking shivering like that. Oh, and there were, and dude, it was a shitty part of town. There's a lot of shitty parts of Maui, and this is in Kihei, okay? Well, by the Circle K. And it is
always a Circle K.
It's
always a Circle K.
Bad shit goes down at Circle K's, dude.
Yeah, even in Hawaii.
We have speedways here. That's where it pops off in the night. We have the speedway vampires.
Yeah, them too. They're bad too in Louisville, but even in Hawaii, Circle K.
So what did he say in Bill and Ted's Strange Things Are Afoot at the Circle K?
Yes.
So and I mean there were homeless people and there's like cats running around and shit. So I lay there, I go to sleep. I wake up at daybreak. Don't know what planet I'm on. You know, I've had and this. You know how long? It's an 18-hour flight to get there,
Shit.
and it's all the different time zone shit. So I was up for like 40 hours. You know. So I wake up and I look down There's some docks down there, and I'm walking around. I walk down the docks and I just sit on the docks and go. All I know is I'm not going back there, but I'm not going home. I'm supposed to be here for 11 days. Fuck it, I'm staying. So I'm sitting on the dock of the bay. I'm not even making that shit up. I'm sitting there and I hear this psh behind me. And I turn around, it's a city bus with the door open, just right there. And I'm like, okay. So I just get on the bus.
Holy shit.
I'm fucking riding around like, oh.
Like a video game,
man,
like
this
a
place
movie.
is great in the daytime. Like it was brand new, you know? So I'm just riding around. And then after a while, I'm like, I got some food. And then I'm like, man, I need to get a shower. So, I belong to the Y, and you can go to any Y if you want for free around the world when you're traveling. So I go to YMCA, take a shower. I come outside, and there's this big Hawaiian dude. He's playing an ukulele, just like they call it. He's a big Hawaiian guy playing an ukulele outside of the YMCA, giving a little girl a lesson. And I go, hey, man, I could get some like local grub around here that's real authentic. And he's like, brah, you got to go to Sam Sato's Noodle House, brah. I'm like, well, Sam Sato's Noodle House. He's like, I'm going in 10 minutes. If you want to go with me, I'm like, let's go. Because I didn't know. I didn't know what.
Yeah.
I didn't have a place to stay.
Hell yeah.
So I'm like, all right. So he's like, we get the noodles, and he goes, you want to go eat them at my place? I'm like, yeah. All right, fuck. I didn't quietly. I got nothing. I don't know where I'm going. I'm so fucking don't know what fucking time.
He's your North Star at this point.
He was
dude.
my North Star.
You're like 10 days with this guy right now.
So we drive to his place, and he and his wife own a bed and breakfast in Maui, in Haile Maile. It's in the upcountry. It's like up the hills. And anyway, so it turns out they own a bed and breakfast, but there's no room at the inn. Like there's no place to stay. And so we sit there, and he's asking me questions like, man, so what are you visiting family? You on vacation? And I'm trying not to lay the shit on him on what happened.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a charity case. I'm like, all right, man. I was like, I just travel. That's how I travel, you know.
Yeah.
So we eat all these noodles, and I've been up forever now at this point. I'm so fucking tired. And I go, hey, man, they got these outdoor chairs out like that, the pool, the white ones with the stripy things. Yeah. And I go, hey, man, can I go, just like, kind of take a little nap? And he's like, yeah. So I go over there and I lay back. Dude, 8.5 hours. I wake up. There's a dog licking my face. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it's nighttime, and I'm looking around, and he's shaking me, and he's like, brah, we've been trying to wake you up all day, brah. He goes, look what I got for you, because they didn't have any room. And I turn and I look, and he's got a dome tent set up in the backyard with a sleeping bag, a pillow, a bottle of water, and one of those little pop-up lanterns.
Shit, dude.
Set me up with
That's amazing, bro.
I mean, I had nowhere to go, and I didn't tell him that.
Yeah.
And I go in there, and I lay down, and I sleep for another 12 hours. I come out the next day, and he's dragging like a cabinet, a kitchen cabinet piece across the yard and struggling with it. I wake up, I'm like, dude, I can't thank you enough. Thanks so much. Da, da, da. What are you doing? He's like, oh, we got to put the kitchen in the thing. And I'm like, what are you doing? So I went in there and I tore out the whole kitchen for him, did all its work, worked all day long for him. And then he said, would you like to come eat dinner with our family tonight? And I said, yeah. And then I stayed there the whole time. They adopted me.
Dude, that's beautiful.
And Kala Koa, Kala means prosperity, and Koa means wood. And I was building things out of wood for him. So I stayed there the whole time. I never slept indoors one night, not one single night.
Oh my God. Dude.
And so now I go see them and I go stay for free. I stay in whatever room's open. They give me a car to drive. I just go all over the place and snorkel and scuba dive. And
holy shit.
And we're going, me and Julie and my son are going in a couple, maybe 3 weeks, maybe.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, so.
That's an amazing story, Rich.
Oh, yeah, it's great, dude. They were just here. They were just here at the Ark. The Ark thing in northern Kentucky. Now, that's where we differ, okay? Because Mika, yeah.
This is the Ark coming up in conversation now. You know, we have a life-sized Ark in Kentucky, you know, like built after the measurements of the Ark from the Bible.
Where is this new? This is a brand new.
Did you not know about this? You live this close? You don't know about the Ark?
No.
It's an exact replica of Noah's Ark.
Where is it?
It's in northern Kentucky. It's
like Covington, like
yeah, like
Ohio,
like
real close to a border of Ohio.
Yeah, real close, And it's it is a absolute
super evangelical dude,
but it's really, and that's where me and my Hawaii family don't agree, but we just don't talk about it because I'm not into that stuff, and they're very religious.
Yeah,
and that's it. And so they came to do the thing. And I met him out there just to visit for a moment, and then we went our separate ways. I did go on the tour because I was looking for him, and I couldn't find him.
Yeah. And
I really did find Jesus at the zip lines because that's where Jesus lives. He's always moving, you know.
Yeah.
And the gift shop was really expensive, and it was like It was like they'd sell you water, but they priced it like wine. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, exactly.
I would like to say that the little saltless crackers tasted like shit as well. That was
Were they bad?
If that ain't some white people shit.
Yeah.
It was really weird when the old man kept putting each one on my tongue for me to eat it. You know, just like, what do we do?
He's hand feeding you.
Yeah, could you save me a handful of them, man?
Man, I'm on the fence with the whole God thing. Like I've most of my life I've been pretty agnostic and just kind of like I'm open-minded. I like to hear about religions. I like to hear about people's theories of life. I like to hear about the theories of everything just because I'm interested in life and where all this comes from and kind of where it's all going. Even though you can see that it's like a cyclical thing that's happening before us and will continue after us until it's all gone, and like it like eats itself. And I think that religion just helps you, like it's helped certain people, right? It can help certain people who need structure, who need like community, right? Because not everybody has that in their life. And at some point, I think it was a good thing, right? And at some point in history, someone capitalized on it and made it a really bad thing. And now it is a bad thing. You know what I mean? But there's certain aspects to everything that I try to respect or try to look at, but there's definitely some hokey stuff when you start talking about those stories and stuff.
I'm gonna blow everybody's mind real quick and throw this out there. I used to be a pastor.
Really?
What? I didn't even know.
I'm
glad this is a swivel chair.
You guys are road dogs and you didn't even know this.
You were a pastor?
Yeah, for a short period of time. Yeah.
How long did that last?
A couple of years, like 3 years.
Holy shit,
What kind
dude.
of church?
Yeah, I went to seminary.
Pentecostal or Catholic?
You did not.
Deliverance sermons.
You're
giving
lying.
communion.
What,
No, I swear
what sector? What kind of church?
It was through the Methodist church, but I went to the Baptist seminary.
I knew he was a Methodist. I knew there was something about you.
I'll tell you this: I've been baptized twice. I don't think it took the first time. But.
I've been saved. I've been saved a bunch of times.
So yeah, it was some years at seminary, and then I was a certified lay speaker through the United Methodist Church, and I would travel church to church when like a pastor was out on vacation or on some kind of sabbatical or whatever. Like I would fill in at the church.
Now tell me this:
Yeah.
Can you marry Rich and I right now?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm no longer ordained.
Whatever, dude.
And you know what? I would totally do that. I just need to see half
just
your
for
shit.
the podcast. You know what I mean? Just for the podcast.
You know, what's that word? It's not not ordained. What is it? It's excommunicated. I believe. I believe that's
Dude, you need to put
that's the word
the
they
joke.
use.
That's the joke. Is that in your show?
No.
Oh.
That's
Thank God
funny.
we got that.
It's
That's
funny
funny
that now
shit.
you work for the other church, right? Because I heard your set tonight.
Here's-
No,
and here's
right, Johnny?
And
It's
here's
weird.
here's the thing about it. Like, I was faced with a choice where it was like, I could do hard time. You know what I mean? Or I
Yeah.
could go to jail. So I chose the hard time and went to seminary.
Shit.
You know what I mean? Like, it was
That would've
3
been a cool
years of
option.
hard time.
That's
Right?
a movie plot.
No, here's what happened. So there was some stuff that happened, and so I was going to court over it, and my lawyer was like, it'd look good if you were enrolled in college, like before you go before the judge. Like, it
Yeah.
would look good if you were doing something, because I was doing nothing, and so I was like, I'm a one-upper.
The fact that it's random and he didn't even know.
I don't even know. Sorry, go ahead. So I will not do that again, I promise.
That was a great applause break.
So I'm thinking, if college is good, Bible college is better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
For
this
sure.
is gonna look great. But then, like, I had to keep up the charade, right? So, like, the court case got drug out for like 3 years, and it got to this point to where
Oh my
it got to this
God,
point
dude.
to where, like, I had to start doing these things. Like, I got to the point in the studies to where I had to go do these things. So I was out preaching the sermons, and
Damn.
yeah.
That's the dude.
That's a
We've been
great
doing
story.
comedy forever. I had no idea.
Dude, that would be a great
Yeah.
bit. Like,
That'd
there's
be a
something
great
there.
movie.
I'm
You
trying
Yeah.
to
go to
work it out.
seminary to get out of a court thing,
That's
and
a
then
great.
Look,
yeah,
trying to be
dude.
cool.
Look,
Holy
I got
shit.
my religions mixed up. I was promised there was going to be 72 virgins, but I got them, but it was a different kind at seminary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was,
It was just all your
it
friends.
was-
yeah.
It's all the other
I did
guys
not
going
fit
to
in with
seminary school.
anybody there. Like,
Yeah,
I'm on the run. Basically,
Chris was like teaching
doing-
him how to sin. He was like, "This is how you roll a joint with Bible paper, fellas."
Oh,
yeah, this is how you can roll a joint and drive with your knees.
He's like,
Look at
if
this.
he's like, if you go to Luke chapter 9, chapter 6, Mary does take her top off, and you can actually, you guys can masturbate to this at summer camp. So it's gonna be fucking great.
Dude, I took a, I'm a big, I love to read. I love audiobooks, but I really love to read. Somebody gave me some Bibles and hymn books and stuff, and I took the hymn books and hollowed them out and put flasks in them
Fuck yeah,
and gave
dude.
them away as gifts.
That's awesome.
It's a great gift because nobody's gonna look in the hymn book for anything.
Right.
Nobody's gonna look at all the books I got and be like,
Do you
"Now
keep a
let's look
few
at the hymn
false
book."
pages though, right? You keep
Oh,
a few at the
yeah,
top, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
they read the first few hymns, and they're like, "I've been there."
Yeah, and you know how I do it? I take a razor blade and I just make a big square and I cut 10 pages a day.
Yeah.
And then I keep it on my dresser and I'll just cut it because it dulls them real. I'm not kidding.
Now, are you still on parole,
That sounds
Rich?
boring as shit.
No, it is. I don't think it's boring at all, dude. When you can put something in a religious book, I think that's badass.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, that's what I would do. I mean, it's not as cool as lying about seminary school and going in there for 3 years. That's super badass. That's like
Thank
the
you.
most baller thing. Like,
Thank
you
you.
just went up in my book. You really
Yeah,
did,
the
dude. I
coolest
thought that
thing
was
I've
like-
ever
'cause-
did with a Bible is one time I smoked mushrooms with Bible paper, and it was really weird. It felt really, it
I
felt
don't,
wrong.
I don't think that's what either of them are supposed to be like.
Yeah, we were just like trying to like. I think I didn't
just
smoke
ate
weed
'em.
at the time. We had ate a bunch of them, but we were trying to wait for them to come on, and they just wouldn't come on. So I was like, "What if we smoke some?"
That paper works. It's,
We smoked
If you don't
mushrooms,
have
dude.
anything else, you smoke mushrooms.
I've smoked
I've never
Xanax
smoked.
Yeah.
like
so
years
it's
ago when I was a
weird.
teenager. I used to be prescribed Xanax for like 10 years, and I was a dumbass, but definitely abused them and gave them to my friends and shit a lot. But one time, dude, yeah, we put it in weed and like smoked it in a blunt. And I can't believe I'm confessing this on camera. I'm so fucking stupid. But yeah, I definitely smoked mushrooms and Xanax. So write that down. Quote me on that, guys. Make this a clip. Make this a clip, would you?
This is going to be the best TikTok ever.
I smoked Xanax and mushrooms, not together, but around the same era. I guess I was just into smoking. I never did a lot of hard shit. I think that was pretty much as hard as I ever went. Was like popping some poppers.
Dude,
every now and
there's
then.
a pastor in the room, and we're talking about this stuff.
Yeah, dude. I'm probably.
It's been a long
I
time.
have to go.
Somewhere
I
out
have
there,
to get
there-
out. I just
somewhere
leave.
out there, there are tapes.
Can you
Like
you
some
guys run this
places-
podcast, and I'm just gonna get out of here.
I know some of the churches had
Give you a
like
head
they
start.
recorded their sets to take to like the shut-ins.
Yeah.
So I said sets. They recorded their sets.
Hey, it's kind of like that though, right? You have to get material and you have to build it up, and it's just
the
like
Book of
comedy.
Job. There's jokes for days in that book. If anybody listening knows the Book of Job, there's jokes for days.
Dude, Job is just joke with a beat, bro. It's right there. It's on the tip of your tongue. Job.
Jokes for days.
Job.
I loved him in Arrested Development.
Job.
I got his autograph.
Same guy.
God, it was so funny, man. Golly. Okay, what's your favorite movies? 2 categories.
Okay.
One being comedies, the other being any other movies.
Okay. I would say, man.
Anywhere around the top, just whatever pops in your head.
If we go comedy, okay, if we're going to go comedy, I'll say Hear No Evil, See No Evil, Gene, I would say Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. I would say that's #1 comedy of all time. Or One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is a really good one too. Both those are great. And then I would say for my top, one of my favorite movies of all time, I can't really beat it, man. Great cast, amazing movie. It's long, it's emotional, and that's The Departed with Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Wahlberg.
I thought you were going to say Schindler's
Martin
List.
Sheen,
I was about
Schindler's
to throw
List,
something at
Schindler.
you.
It was Roots.
Okay, we're Johnny, we're still talking about comedies, buddy.
Oh, comedy. Sorry, yeah. This is not a comedy podcast most of the time.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm disguising it as a comedy podcast.
See No Evil, Hear No Evil. That's your favorite all-time comedy.
I would
That's
say so.
interesting.
I'd say that's one of the funniest movies I've ever. I mean, it's a blind guy and a deaf guy, and they have to help each other and become like one human. It was a cool ass
They had to
movie.
become Helen Keller.
Well,
I
that
loved
makes
it.
me
They had to,
curious
combine
about.
forces.
Yeah, right. That makes me curious about what your other stuff is, because you don't usually hear a younger person say that kind of stuff.
My mom loved Richard Pryor, and she was just a fan of stand up. She used to make me. I had to make her laugh for allowance when I was a kid, so it was just part of our whole thing.
Oh, that's so good. But that's a good choice. I don't think I've ever heard that one as a favorite comedy.
I would say this, if we're going to talk about rom-coms, I would probably say the original Overboard with Kurt Russell.
Give me 5,
Come
dude.
on, dude.
I got it.
Isn't that great?
Got it.
Isn't that a good
It's
fucking
such a
flick?
good-
They
and you know
remade
what?
it, and it was just okay.
Both of their comedic. I won't even watch it. Like Blues Brothers 2000. I won't even look at it. I'm not looking at it.
Yeah.
But that was so good, and it makes you realize how good both of those two, what good comedic timing they have. God damn, they were killing it.
And they made a beautiful daughter who's a great actor too.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Kate
And
Hudson, beautiful.
yeah, I love that. And believe it or not, okay, so I have 2, and this is weird in the comedy department. Okay, Dumb and Dumber is my #1 straight.
Oh my
comedy.
god! Oh my god! That's
Every
definitely
single line
up there.
in the movie is a classic line.
You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Harry, your hands are freezing.
And the cast.
Oh.
Look back now. Some of those people not at the time, but look back now.
Dude.
Those are some of the biggest actors in the game.
And they were, I mean, it was, and who would have thought Jeff Daniels was that funny?
Yeah, that's
and that
true.
his timing was that good. So that is my all-around #1 best comedy. Now, a little more on the subtle side for the brainy people. Bullets Over Broadway.
I've never seen this. Woody Allen, Bullets Over Broadway.
If your favorite movie is See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Bullets Over Broadway is going to blow your doors off. Check out the cast: John Cusack,
Okay.
Jennifer Tilly, and a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah.
no, and Jennifer
like
Tilly.
Cusack.
No, wait, Chaz Palminteri. Okay, dude, the whole thing is so good, and it's about John Cusack's trying to get on a big. He's trying to get his show on Broadway.
Okay.
Okay, so he has the catch is he can't get anybody to fund it. Finally, this mobster funds it, but the catch is Jennifer Tilly's his girlfriend. She's got to play the lead, and she's a terrible fucking actress.
That's hilarious.
So he's stuck between his art and getting this shit put on, which is the whole thing of what we do in stand-up comedy.
Exactly.
So he's just stuck, and it's if you do comedy, if you've ever stepped on a stage, you have to watch this and you have to appreciate it, and you'll get it. And it's got some of the most subtle, funny ass shit you've ever heard in your life.
Dude, do you know a movie I've really been wanting to see lately? Because obviously, I'm a huge fan of this guy anyway, and you guys are too. I'm sure everyone is. But the new Adam Sandler movie, have you seen it on Netflix yet? I've been so busy, I haven't been able to see it. But I guess it's supposed to be like instant classic. It's called Hustle or something like this.
Yeah.
Dude, it's Sandler. You know what I mean? You know it's gonna be classic, dude. It's gonna be goofy.
Right.
They're gonna be. He's fucking.
There's some duds in there.
Breaking
too,
down
though,
walls.
The Sandler.
Some of the dudes. Some of those. I would say other movies too, man. If I would say a little bit newer, I love the Step Brothers and like the whole thing that Will Ferrell was doing, like with the Talladega Nights. That whole thing was good. But dude, Hot Tub Time Machine was a great film too. Just like the plot of that, and then you said Cusack, and it made me think of him when he's like fucking eating the shrooms, and he's like, "Stop!" and he's like, "No, I like them." It just takes me to a special place. Like,
it may not be my all-time favorite, but one of my favorites for sure is kind of unusual. But if you've ever seen it, you probably love it. It's The Lady Killers.
The Lady Killers.
With Tom
the old
Hanks.
one with Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
The Southern one.
Yes.
Dude, you were like the man of mystery.
The Lady
I used to be a
Pastor.
Pentecostal pastor for 3 years, and I also love musicals. What the fuck's
Not a musical at all.
The Lady Killers.
part of it that's
that
a
was
musical.
just a thing.
Oh, I
it was
got
just and I don't get jokes on podcasts. It's my other superpower.
I thought you were
my
getting confused with a different fucking Lady Killers or something.
No. I got it confused with that other musical. That's
That
not,
other
that's,
Tom
that's
Hanks
not
musical
Cats,
called the
you
same
know?
fucking thing. Shut up, bitch. I got you.
What would you guys say best Tom Hanks movie of all
Lady
time?
Killers.
Well, besides Lady Killers,
You just walked. Did you hit your head there, Johnny?
I would say Big for me,
Okay, Big.
or
is-
Castaway. I mean, that's hard right there. Castaway.
No,
is pretty crazy.
I thought he should have got Best Supporting Actor to The Coconut,
You think
or
This is-
Wilson,
this
maybe
is
Wilson.
small
I thought
ball.
Wilson was a little
Wilson is the
better.
best.
Wilson was a little better. I thought so.
Dude,
Come on.
anybody could have filmed that in their pool. You know what I mean? Like, that was such a low budget film, and he made a lot of money off of it. There was actually parts of it where there were other members, and they had to make a plane crash and stuff. So there was some budget apparently, but
Yeah. Well, I think he's.
Dude, you never told him what we were planning to do with the Top Gun.
Oh,
Never
dude.
got to that.
Hey, let's do it. Seriously, let's really do it.
I'm down to steal
Tomorrow.
a jet if you are.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna
Let's
do.
Okay.
We're
We
in the
never
city
told you
of
the Top
flight.
Gun thing. I want to make a couple of T-shirts. I got those Iron transfers that you can do.
okay.
That before we go to see Top Gun, I just says, "God damn it, Maverick," and wear it to the fucking Top Gun show, man.
That's badass, dude.
Right? Why wouldn't you, Jarrell?
I never saw the first.
You guys should wear those to the Air Force Base
What?
Museum.
Dude, we're gonna wear them everywhere. I got a Mustang necklace and a Top Gun T-shirt.
Oh my god.
I'm cutting the
dude.
sleeves off that bitch
can
before I
pretty
even
much-
put the iron
Dude,
on.
it's almost like you're from Dayton. It's
I was gonna
weird.
say, we're pretty. We
You're
might
right
get
at
elected
home, dude.
mayor and deputy or something if we do this.
That's what I'm saying. We have to get you an eagle necklace, dude. I'm
Golden flaming
I'm getting a
hog.
wolf ring.
You gotta get a wolf
I'm gonna get a
ring.
wolf ring, dude. We'll be like a totem pole.
No, it's
Yeah.
got a pinky toe ring.
For
It's
sure.
gotta
Oh
be
yeah,
a-
yeah,
gotta
exactly.
be a
Jarrell's
howling
over there
wolf.
like, this is the whitest conversation I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Drell, what's your favorite
that
comedy
was-
movie all time?
Favorite comedy movie all time, probably
Coming to America.
That is a
That's a good
classic.
choice for
Yeah.
being a 19-year-old kid. That's a very good choice, Drell. Because there's a lot of shit made these days, though. You don't get as many good movies nowadays, right? You feel that?
I agree with that.
I would agree with that. They stopped making them in like early 2000s, right?
Okay.
There's another one of my favorites, Ace Ventura. They couldn't make that
Oh
shit
man,
these days.
yeah, dude.
There's so many good lines from that
With
movie. Either one.
because the trans thing, yeah,
one or
or
there's
whatever.
a whole lot of shit in there that they couldn't do
That
today.
dolphin, dude. You know that people think that you can actually telepathically communicate with dolphins. Do you guys know who Timothy Leary is?
Yeah.
yeah. He's the
All the LSD stuff.
yeah,
back
all
in
the LSD
60s.
study. But he was also doing ketamine, and he would get in these tanks, like isolation chambers, and then he had like a pet dolphin, I guess. And when he was in the water and the dolphin was in the water, he felt that they could talk like telepathically, bro.
Dude,
Nuts,
dude,
right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
dude,
he
the
was
dude was
taking
on
LSD.
ketamine.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Dude, he was
that's-
hallucinating. He was taking it intravenously, dude.
You said it was like a real thing. Like, did you know people can fucking really shroomed out people can communicate with dolphins? I'm like, dude,
I'll tell you
I've
this.
talked to a fucking parking meter for hours.
I'll tell you this.
You
I was
I
in,
was just thinking, I'm so high right now. I'm about to fight this dude for mean mugging me. You know
dude,
what
look,
I'm saying?
I literally, I think I know, dude. Look at my teeth. This is hand drawn, so this
Dude,
is
I like
absolutely
it.
correct.
I
That's
love that.
it's yeah. He hooked
like
me up
he's
on
mean
that one.
mugging.
Oh, okay. That's a new joke I want to work on tomorrow night. That when you go to the gym, you know those dudes that look in the mirror the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, they got the shirts that are slid out like this, and they're like, you know. And I want to. The premise I'm working with is, those dudes when they're looking in the mirror, they look like me right before I get in a fist fight, because they're doing the whole shit like. Like they're doing all bullshit. They're like, they do this and then look over their shoulder and shit like
De Niro and
they're
Taxi
looking
Driver.
at their shit. I know, dude.
Yeah,
They're like,
dude.
I fucking crack
See
up
these guns?
because these dudes are like, I'm like, dude. I don't care what age you are.
I'm that
I don't
asshole,
care.
dude.
Are you that dude? What are you doing? We can all see you. Like there's mirrors
that
and
horseshoe,
shit.
bro.
I know. They're
The
like,
horseshoe.
Dude,
look at this,
I'm
dude.
so dumb. When I'm in between workouts, I'm just like, I don't know where do I put my hands. I don't know what to do, bro. Like that's why I overtrain. I think a lot of people do that because like you don't even wait that 5 minutes like you're supposed to.
I definitely
You're like, I
don't
need to jump
overtrain.
right back in. I need to do this right now because I'm out of even if you're out of breath, I do it. I don't know. It's weird.
well,
I'm
the
not
weights really aren't that heavy because of the ketamine.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Actually,
That's true.
these weights are crazy.
Circle back to the dolphins. I'll tell you this. I think that I manifested some dolphins one time. I don't know if they're telepathic per se, but I was down in Panama City Beach, and we were doing like
I'm gonna go with no already.
We were doing
just off the top. I'm
so
gonna
look,
go with
we,
no. They
we
weren't
rented this
telepathic.
boat, and we were out in the water, and the guy who was renting us the boat, he was like, "Hey, there's another boat. It's a little bit bigger. It's like a tour for the dolphins, and it's X amount more dollars." And we were like, maybe we'll do that later because we have this fucking thing for 8 hours. We've already paid for it. So as soon as we go out off their docks, there's dolphins everywhere, and they're jumping like past our boat and shit. And we're like, dude, we're gonna give you any money at all? Like, just we stop the boat and watch the dolphins. It's like we had it in our head the whole time because that's all everybody was talking about was dolphins, and then we kind of just forgot. 30. I'm going for a half hour. Okay. Yeah, we just kind of forgot, and then as soon as we got on the boat, we were all thinking like, man, this kind of sucks. We're not going to get to see the dolphins. I guess we'll still swim or whatever. But, dude, that was one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my entire life when I went to Panama. Like, not Panama, but we went to this thing called Shell Island that day on the boat.
Right.
It's like a couple miles out of the Gulf. And then
Wait, I thought we were talking about Panama.
Panama
We're talking
City
about
Beach.
Florida?
Panama
Florida.
City, there, preacher.
Panama City. You probably had a sermon there at least once
No.
next to an alligator.
Remember, you're in a
Maybe.
tent. It was really sweaty.
Yeah, dude, it looked like I don't know. So we were in the it's not the Gulf, but it's like the bay. You can't take the
Yeah.
rented boats into the actual Gulf. But what we do is we park up against this island called Shell Island, and then you walk across that to the actual Gulf. But it's not like when we're at the hotel or whatever. It's like fucking no one's there. So it's like I thought I was just in heaven. Like it was like I was in literally like heaven, like God. Like if there's a God, dude, like he sent me there type shit. It was insane. Like the sun was coming down,
Yeah.
the waves are crashing. Like when the water would hit you, shells would come up on you and starfish would be up. I've never seen
Yeah.
anything like that in my life till you know what I
Were you
mean?
on ketamine?
No, it's not. I was on
Oh.
like edibles though, I think.
Yeah, but you know what? That's a good thing, man. I've
Yeah.
had so many beach times at different places that were
Changed my
just
life, dude.
just crazy, where you can feel that nature thing. I don't
Yeah,
know what that
the
is.
waves are crashing.
The
and-
wind,
oh,
the
man,
feeling, you
you're
got that
grounded.
thing going.
And in a place
You're
like that-
grounded. That's a good way to put
A
it.
place like
Deeply.
that at night, like in even like kind of like out west where there's no light pollution and you can see every star and realize how fucking small you are.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like when you
yeah.
can see when there's no light pollution for miles and you can just see everything.
Yeah,
I've
it
gone
ma-
bear hunting a couple times and
it
like
makes-
when you're out in the middle of nowhere
yeah.
and like you can just see.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's so many more stars you can see in a setting like that you can't see inside of like a cityscape.
When you think about how small we are, it's like the mystery of life doesn't even matter because we're just like a blip in time. We're just like a little trace of sand in the whole grand scheme of the timer thing.
I've got a book I just bought from Amazon about microscopic pictures of sand, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all about sand and how far it travels and all the shapes, and it's like nano close to what it is. It's just like the secrets of sand, and you open it up and it's all these pictures of up close sand, and it's would blow
That's
your
amazing.
mind because it's like how many grains are there?
What's
this
crazy to
world?
me about that whole idea is like, dude, people are kind of weird because we take all these materials from all over the world and we just put them where they don't belong. And we're like, we like this better. And, you know, we take all this brick and all these rocks and all these, it's from everywhere else. And we build up these things. And then eventually the planet's like, I want to take all this back. And it washes
it
us
was-
And
away.
it just and the weeds grow and all the stuff grows over and
Yeah,
it
dude.
settles down in like all that the Inca Mayan stuff.
Yeah.
It's
It
been
was
there
at
how
that
many
point
years?
You know why they
Jarrell
don't find
gave the
technology?
light.
You know
The
why they don't.
mushrooms kicked in.
I know. Oh, I forgot. I took an edible about 30 minutes before this podcast.
Did it work?
I think so.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
shit! I
kicking
forgot
in
I
now. We're
took
getting
it.
so deep. It's like,
dude, I
and
got
then
it.
the
I got
This is
it.
good.
Okay, I'm working the Atlantis Resort in Bahamas. You know, the Atlantis. The
Oh
big one.
yeah.
So it's my first time ever in the Bahamas. As soon as you get in the cab from the airport to the thing, the guy's like, "You need some smoke, man." I'm like, "Hell yeah, I need some smoke." He sells me one joint for $5, and it's about as big as this. I'm like, "Okay, cool." I go do the shows that night. I get some beers to take back to my room. I mean, I open up. I got these French doors at the Atlantis. I open them up, and I mean, it's that nature thing you were talking about. There's a big, fat, juicy moon hanging there like a big grapefruit right there. I'm looking out on the moon is coming across the waves. I mean, I'm looking down at the beach. I got these French doors open. Man, I crack this beer open. I put in a big chew. Start smoking that joint. I'm just sitting back, like leg kicked up, like, man, this is the greatest, coolest time ever.
I got cold chills, dude.
No, seriously, it was like one of the coolest moments of my life. I'm like, I made it. Like,
Yeah.
now I'm in Dayton. But anyway, but
With no Cadillac converter either.
I know. It was a big deal.
I had one of those moments at St. George. I went to
So-
this bar and there was this band, like live band playing. I had no idea who they were. And so I'm just chilling out, catching my buzz, and it dwindles as the night goes on. The people there at the bar dwindle. By the end, it's just like me and two other people sitting there listening to this band jam out. But it was like the most on the beach, like this little stage set up on the beach in front of this bar, just drinking bourbon, catching a buzz, and like listening to this band. And I've become a huge fan of them. They're like a reggae band that does like rock covers too.
That's dope.
And they're called Rising Lion. Shout out to Rising Lion.
Man, there's something about being on the water and just people connecting with nature in general. There's just something about it that you can't really describe it because it just gives you this fucking feeling like, oh man, I'm back. Like I've been here before. I've been all these things. It's like, because we just go back,
I
man.
used to do long kayaking trips a lot.
I love the
Like
water,
a
dude.
year or two ago, I stopped.
I think
I used to do long, like multi-day trips.
Yeah.
Throw all your gear on the kayak and just take off for.
We got a lot of good kayaking around here, like not far from here. Next time you
Yeah.
guys are in town, maybe we ought to go.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll do anything on the water, anything in the woods. Fuck,
Yeah.
man. That didn't sound good, did it?
Not
Oh,
anything.
you know what?
I'll do some stuff.
Oh,
No.
shit. I forgot. I didn't even
Yeah,
take
no
it.
butt stuff.
I didn't know but stuff. I forgot that joke too. I forgot about a lot of jokes every night. No, I forgot to tell you the other part of the story was, so I'm sitting up there smoking that weed and hanging out and looking out at the thing. And the next thing I know, I hear this noise. It sounds like if you were squirting a water hose into like a metal garbage can. Thank you. That was fucking good. You know what else was even better? You know what was even better? The fact that he walked around me and I like got out of the way so he could fucking hit the cricket button and smack me in the dick with it.
Thank you, Chris Bowman, everybody.
Chris Bowman,
Chris
everybody.
Bowman,
This has been
Chris
so
Bowman
much fun,
__
dude.
FCC on Instagram. Just throw
Please,
that
yes,
out there.
please give your social
Okay, I
medias,
didn't know
fellas.
that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Please give your social. Let's finish the story for us,
Yeah,
please.
yeah,
though,
yeah.
Before you do
Okay.
this.
Sorry.
So anyway, so it sounds like I remember it sounded like squirting a water hose into a metal trash can, and all of a sudden I like wake up and I'm standing in the middle of the room, no clothes on, and I'm peeing in a metal trash can, and that was my pee hitting the trash can.
Holy shit!
And I don't know how the fuck I got there. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Where are my clothes? I'm freaked the fuck out. I'm running around the place looking for, like, is somebody here? What's going on? The doors, windows are still open. There's nobody there. I'm like, fuck, I like jump under the covers, cover my head up. I'm like, I don't know how I got from the greatest moment of my life to being naked peeing in a trash can.
Holy shit!
It's the
dude.
one, right? You know, the one with the, you got like a hotel room and it's got the long thing that the TV sits on, the trash cans right there.
Yes.
That was it. I'm no clothes on, none at all.
After
peeing
you
in the
smoked
trash
that
can.
joint.
Just like that. I'm like, how'd I get here? So
You're lucky you woke up
I'm
with your
going-
organs
so-
intact.
so-
Yeah, dude.
no
Holy
shit,
shit!
I
What
was
do you
thinking
think you
something like
smoked?
that. I
Maybe
don't
more
know.
than weed.
you think, Johnny?
Maybe more than
And
weed.
and Johnny used to be a detective. We never knew that either. Jesus Christ on a cracker. Yeah, okay, Columbo, we got it. So anyway, so days go by. and there was this guy named Noddy. He was a house MC. And I take this thing to Noddy, and I'm like, Noddy, this shit completely fucked me up. Like, this is the craziest shit.
How much of it was left after
This
you
much.
blacked out?
Exactly.
Half
I'll
of
never
it.
forget it. Half of it. Half of it. It was just a regular joint about the size of my thing. And I go, this is the craziest shit I ever smoked. I swear to God, I was so fucking terrified. And he goes, oh, you don't want it, bro? Thanks, dude. And he puts it in his fucking pocket. And so, like, you got to do a 2-week run there. If you do the gig with Heffron, you got to do 2 weeks. So, like, 4 days later, I'm walking out of the hotel and I see that cab driver that sold it to me. I run up on him. I'm like, hey, man. I said, you're the dude that sold me that joint. He goes, what's up, bro? I go, dude, that fucked me up so bad. Like, I didn't know what planet I was on. I was naked peeing in a trash can. He's like, he goes, and this is what he goes. He goes, what's your problem, bro? He goes, was it not strong enough for you? I'm like, what?
God,
what? What the I go, no, that's what he said. Like, he wasn't picking up on the fact that I was losing my fucking mind. He's like, what, bro? It's not strong enough for you. I'm like, I go, no, you cannot sell that shit to white people, dude. You cannot do that.
Oh my God.
I was fucked.
Holy shit,
Probably
dude.
some formaldehyde or something.
Who knows
It's not
what
strong.
it was?
What if like he was like, fuck, he like got in his phone and he's like, I gotta adjust the recipe. You know what I'm saying? Better put some more fucking LSD in there.
Put some more
next
ketamine
time.
in there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, next time on the Morning Woods, we're gonna inject ketamine. Just to, you know what I mean? We're gonna have a good time. So
Yeah, we'll be back in Louisville, so yeah, that'll be fun. We'll tune into that episode. That'll be fun.
yeah, I can't wait to talk to the Dolphins. So
Well, I think the point here is we got to get on the water together.
that's a great
Is there a
idea.
downside to that?
That's not a down. There's no downside to that. We're gonna get on the water together for sure. I appreciate you coming, Mustang and Eagle. I appreciate you both.
I appreciate you.
Flying Eagle and Running Horse.
Thanks,
This has been
Jarrell.
fun. I'm the Morning Woods. That's our friend Jarrell. Is thank you so much, buddy, for being the camera guy tonight. You guys follow follow me home and kill me because I'm done with this shit. I'm just kidding. I quit podcasting tonight. No, you guys follow me on all social media. Please subscribe to my Patreon. I need the money. I'm going to get fired at my job soon. If they piss test me, I'm going to get fired, okay? That's what I'm saying. So follow my Patreon so that if I get canceled from YouTube or something like that, or if I had to take a piss test at work, I'm covered financially because I have children. Thank you so much for being here tonight, fellas.
Hey, Chris Bowman _FCC on Instagram. Check me out on Facebook, Full Circle Comedy as well.
Wu-Tang, right?
Yeah, Wu-Tang.
Yes, shout it out.
Forever.
Wu-Tang
Yeah.
forever, baby.
We got some big stuff coming. The tour, check out. I work with the Wu-Tang Clan, just for the record. That's just came out of left field. So let me explain a little bit. I work with the Wu-Tang Clan a little bit. We got the big tour coming up, so make sure you're getting your tickets for that. Wu-Tang and Nas starts in August, so make sure you're getting your tickets for that. Cuyahoga Falls, probably the closest place to here.
Hell yeah.
Where it's going to be coming. Get your tickets for that. Follow us, Mook in the Morning. Download the Wu-Tang Radio app. And we got some big stuff coming out. So
Fuck yeah.
follow us.
Well,
Chris Bowman _FCC on Instagram.
I appreciate you guys for coming, man. I hope you guys kill it tomorrow at those shows. I'm going to try to come out, and I want to hang out with you guys. So we're going to do that before you leave town, too. All right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you.
Peace out, Darrell. You can hit stop recording, buddy.